So right now we are in the attic of the barracks. Everything is nicely insulated and some beautiful timbers everywhere. Again, this is nothing that anyone is ever gonna see, but again, the standard is just so high that they just made it beautifully. You have a platform up there. I guess if you ever need to walk from one side to another. I'm still waiting for the official tour. I'm actually just so excited that I'm taking the video ahead of time, but everything is beautifully insulated and just beautifully done in here. So I just learned that platform that's actually here, everything is about access and everything is about ease of access. So that platform is specifically so that the fire inspector can inspect the fire monitors, I guess, every year, which is mandatory. And they need to prove that they work yearly by law. So here we have this beautiful insulation around the ducts. It looks like a polyprene type material. This one here is about 1 inch thick and just beautifully done. I mean, on top of all the sealants, the insulation is just meticulously done. And then here we have this panel in the event that you ever need to inspect the ducts. As you may need to
from outside
exhaust to push have a problem or something, but very
air
interesting. So just for context here, this is an attic space. It's a cold attic space, so they don't actually insulate the attic space. I guess the insulation is happening down here, and obviously you have this box where it has all the insulation there, and this is more of a traditional attic space. Again, this platform here the actual insulation is below here, and they just built this OSB floor for aesthetics, really, more than anything. But I want you to look at the structure. This structure is 40 years old. This whole structure was built in the 80s. And just look at the condition. Everything is just like if it was done yesterday. Just beautifully done. So here's my buddy Sebastian. He's an MEP engineer, so that means like a mechanical engineer. So he's just gonna go over this beauty of a system that we have here. Sebastian, take it away, man.
So hello guys, I will show you. This is a air conditioned unit with a airflow about 4,000 cubic meters per hour for the student rooms, for the bathrooms. And we have this big thing is a heating exchanger. So the volume is the volumes cross,
right.
And the outdoor air get the cross the warm exhaust air.
So this would be the equivalent of an HRV or an ERV system that we would have.
Yeah.
This is just another version of it with a built-in, it seems like, heat exchanger into it as well.
Yeah. And this one is a heater. So we have 45 degrees in front and 35 in back. And when we have cold air outside, like -10, -20 degrees, he gives the warm in the air. So.
Wow. Nice to see some brands that I actually recognize. The Grand Foss Cirque. Let me see what this is here. What is this one here, Sebastian?
So he crosses the front and the back flow.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh, I see. A mixer. Like
a mixture. Yeah,
Got
like
it.
a mixture.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Very amazing for anybody out there. So this is a type of PVC where it's actually mixed with sand, the whole thing. So this entire pipe is mixed with like a sand. So this is an acoustical PVC. So not only do you have this acoustical pipe, but even the pipe that's already rated for sound retention is also covered in a sound protective wrap, which is all spec'd out by the acoustical engineer, mandatory in a lot of these structures. So freaking cool.
But it's for heating insulation.
This is crazy. So this is the actual insulation above the roof. I'm trying to, I wish I could describe it, but it's like, I'm a little lost in translation, so I can't even ask, but you know, you have so many inches of this below the subfloor. And again, the subfloor was just done for protection, but very amazing stuff here.
Handmade on construction site.
Everything is acoustical. Even the clips in which these pipes kind of sit on. You have the acoustical rubber on top of it, which is really cool. Okay, so my mind is officially blown. I mean, look at the organization here. So here you have this holder, you have your manuals there, and I want you to take a look into this. This is your drinking water. And what caught my eye right away is that the pipes are actually protected. And unlike a traditional mechanical room, there is almost zero heat that is lost to the room. Everything is insulated. And if you actually see inside of that, it looks like a rock wool type material inside insulating this. Everything that's exposed is actually insulated. There's very little left for the elements. I want you to take a look at even their drainage pans. For this unit here, you have a drainage, very nicely done, properly sloped. Everything has these funnel type materials here. Here you have your plate exchanger to this unit, and the whole thing is just encased in this beautiful insulating foam. Like the whole thing is just within the foam. They have foams made for all these units, I guess, or maybe it comes like that. But here you have your recircs. So you have your ground false recircs here, which again are insulated in these covers, which are just blowing my mind right now. So Sebastian, tell me a little bit of what are we looking at here?
This is a heating circle. This is the heating circle for the rooms. This is the pump, the heating pump, and this is the mixture. So he mixes the hot water in case of the outdoor temperature. And yeah, these are the pipes, and it gets to the rooms. Yeah,
and again, you know, he's being modest because again, we don't have anything like this. This type of insulation here, maybe I can. So again, here you have, it looks like that same rock wool type of insulation wrap, just covered in this tin kind of beautiful wrap according to size, obviously, and just beautifully done. I mean, screwed everywhere and just beautifully done. Wow. So Sebastian, what is this unit here?
This is the heating machine. It works with gas. It works with gas. This is the heating machine.
So that's your boiler?
Our boiler, yeah.
Got it,
yeah.
Okay.
So in Germany we have strong environmental rules, and in these years it's not allowed to heat a building with gas, just with a gas machine. We need other regenerative machines like a heating pump. So we use the natural energy from the air or from the water in the bottom, or we need solar panels at the building. And if you build a new house, the government says we need 30% of regenerative energy in the building.
30%.
30%.
Wow.
Reusable energy.
Yeah.
Beautiful setup here, guys. Sebastian, what is this unit here?
This is the condensate.
Oh, your condensation tank.
This is the condensation tank, yes. This is the regeneration condensation tank.
Regeneration,
Regeneration,
condensation
yes.
tank. Very interesting. And this is your, what is this tank here?
It's
the expansion tank?
For the pressure drops. For the pressure drops in the heating system.
Got it. And these are your hot water tanks here?
These are the hot water tanks, yes.
Massive. They look about 300 gallons each, roughly, just by looking at the sheer size of it. Very beautifully done.
Like, it looks like
here you have your clean out. I'm assuming that this is your sewage drain kind of coming through here.
An inspector comes,
everything color coordinated,
very
nicely insulated.
With some
very interesting
stuff.
That's cool. with some.
They actually just put a plastic window unit here, which is more than enough for what you need in this room.
This is the Abgas.
Nice circulation, although there is very little heat loss. We got these funnels, which are pretty interesting.
It's cool that this. Maybe explain it to Will again, so that he I just asked about this like docket type looking thing. An inspector will come in, use his meters, his gauges, and whatnot, and he actually prints up a receipt of how the unit's performing. And
How often does this happen?
the last time this happened on November 14th of last year.
And it does yearly or how often?
Yearly. So an
Yearly.
inspector comes and he checked the exhaust air from the machine, and yeah, these are the datas, the
Wow.
datas of the check. What you've done.
Okay, so Sebastian, now guide us over to this section. What is happening here? What is this here?
This is the tank for the pressure drop, the Primärsystem.
Yep.
This is the tank for the pressure drop in the whole system.
Got it.
So-
Got it. So a pressure tank.
So when you have a high water temperature, you have more expanse of the water.
Yep.
And when it's colder, you have a smaller.
Got it.
So this is the machine who
Compensates for the changes of
compensates the changes. Yes. When the pressure is low, yeah, we have here the pump. He pumps more pressure in the system, so you have always the same level.
Beautiful. And this is your water coming into the building?
No, this is the gas.
Oh, gas.
This is
Okay,
the
got it.
gas. This is the plumbing water.
Wow. Beautiful. So something really cool here. If you've ever been to Europe, you notice the deep jams. In this case, this is a metal door. This is just a roughing for it. But part of the reason for the deep jams is because the construction here is normally done out of concrete, whether it be concrete blocks or just support foundation. And again, like we were talking about earlier, with the 45 corners, so that way you don't get this weak point kind of built on there. And this is semi-standard in their interior. These are similar to cinder blocks actually, and then they're furred out with the metal. You have your gypsum board on either side. But very interesting. So if you look up here, you notice that they're individually put up. And normally speaking, in North America, we would actually put some type of lintel. But the way that these actually connect together, it is self-supported that way. I'll see if I find some laying around so that I can explain it to you guys later. But again, the standard here is just unbelievable. The doors, you can't really tell if you're walking through a safe room or just a standard area. It's just unbelievable. Even here you have a drop ceiling, so a faux ceiling that they did, and the gauge is just very, very thick. Here you have some, oh, this is interesting. They have a hidden panel here. It may be a push panel, I'm not sure, but very interesting. Moisture resistant drywall here. So here we have a prep for an overpour. So first you have this membrane here. I'm not sure what membrane this is, but oh, it actually looks, it may be made by Uponor. So you have this membrane underneath. Obviously you have your gaskets going all the way around. Then you have your rehab insulation board. But I want you to notice the layout here, because this type of layout is actually the most efficient type of layout, and not a lot of HVAC companies do it. So very, very fascinating. I'm not sure why they left this area unheated. Maybe that's a later thing, I'm not sure. But there you have the inlets for the flow, beautiful staircases everywhere, and just beautifully done.